Today is Friday. Woo-hoo. It is the 16th of the month of October 2015. I'm Wayne Alley.
And I'm Kate Daniels.
Yes, you are. This is Wayne Goldsboro Television, and thank you for being with us. It is the end of the work week for many.
Woo!
Woo is right. Okay. Let's see now. Lots of stuff continuing to happen around the area. Tonight is
the night. I'm going to interrupt you because I want to make sure you were going to say that, but you're right. Tonight is the night.
It is. Tonight is the night. Dancing with the Stars this evening here in Wayne County.
Yes.
This is at the Paramount, right?
It's at the Paramount. It's our 5th year doing it. If you're watching and you go, oh, that's tonight, there's still time. Give us a call at the chamber and we'll get you in the door. There's still time to vote online at the WayneEducationNetwork.org.
That's exactly right. That is exactly right. I want to mention tomorrow, Mays Chapel Church having a blood drive tomorrow. That's on the 17th, and that will be at Mays Chapel Church. Right? It's on 117 alternate in the Dudley community. Mays Chapel Church, 3831 U.S. Highway 117 South in Dudley. The day is Friday. Did we mention that?
We did mention that.
Okay, that is good.
I think you're kind of like to the point where you're like, it's Friday, I don't really care anymore.
Well, so, okay. Learn Fitness Equipment is a program offered by the Senior Center for senior citizens.
Sure.
And they have an exercise room out there with some of the most fantastic machines you have ever seen. And the problem with that is that some people just don't know how to use them properly. Sure. You can actually hurt yourself on some of this equipment. So they offer a class in learning the fitness equipment. And that's at 10 o'clock today at the Senior Center for seniors 60 and above. The chair exercise class takes place at 10:30 this morning. The Viola Titus open enrollment meeting is at 1 o'clock today. And then the movie, Are We There Yet?, will begin at 2 p.m. this afternoon at the Senior Center. Are we there yet?
Have you ever played the game where it's like if your life was the title of a movie, what would it be? I just found mine.
Are we there? That's yours.
Am I late?
Yeah. Mine would be Psycho. No, probably not. No, actually no. Birthdays today include the lovely and talented Angela Lansbury. Murder, She Wrote. Movie star from way back when. Okay, never mind. She's 90 today, and that's why you don't know her.
Okay.
Okay, Angela Lansbury, such a talent. Ann Morgan Gilbert having a birthday. If you don't know her by that name, you might know her as Millie, Rob and Laura's next door neighbor on the Dick Van Dyke Show.
Oh, now I do know
Millie,
that
all right.
one.
Ann Morgan Gilbert. She's also done a lot of other things, and I think she was in The Nanny. And she's been in a lot of other stuff. Was it The Nanny or something else? Could have been something else.
Very nice.
She's 87 today. Barry Corbin having a birthday. He's 75. Suzanne Summers turned 69 today. She and her Thigh Master.
Oh.
Ellen Dolan is an actress. She turned 60. And Tim Robbins, the actor, director, screenwriter, is 57 years today.
Awesome.
All right. And if you're having a birthday, happy. Okay, after that, what else we have to do?
How about an interview?
Well, that's right. Let's do that. What a great idea. Let's do that. We've got Bryce Haywood from out at Wayne Community College. We're going to talk to him for a few minutes in this segment.
Sounds good.
Our guest today is Mr. Bryce Haywood, and Bryce Haywood is at Wayne Community College, right?
Yes, sir.
Bryce, how you doing?
I'm doing great, thank you.
Great to have you with us today. We had a co-worker of yours here a few months back, but you are, and he travels all over the place, but you are a resident Wayne County, Wayne Community College person. You actually work here, and you're responsible for, pardon me while I check my notes, you're a coordinator for the Military Business Center.
Yes, sir.
Now, what in the world is that?
Well, the North Carolina Military Business Center, we are a business development organization. Mm-hmm. We're an entity of the North Carolina Community College system.
Okay.
What we do is go and leverage business opportunities, federal business opportunities, military, for businesses here in North Carolina.
Uh-huh. So for businesses. So what exactly does that mean? Are you helping businesses find projects to work on? Are you finding employment for them, or what?
Well, what we do is go out and we identify federal opportunities with whether it's military or federal agencies, different solicitation projects, and we go out and do an awareness to businesses within North Carolina. A lot of businesses aren't aware when opportunities come out, so it's kind of hard for them to bid on opportunities if they don't know that they're there. So we pretty much help them to identify it and then also to bid on those projects and hopefully win it.
So you're trying to connect the two. You're trying to connect the military projects that or government projects,
Right.
With local contractors or local businesses.
Right, within North Carolina.
Within North Carolina.
Right.
So give me an example. Let's say if we need an airport built. Okay, let me scale it down a little bit.
Yeah.
Let's say we need a building erected on government property. What do you do then? Do you receive the
notification
about
right. We get a notification to make us aware that there's an opportunity out there, whether it's at Seymour, Fort Bragg, Camp Lejeune, or any military installation within North Carolina or another federal agency. And what we do is we have a mass database that encompasses all North Carolina businesses who register with us, and we go in there and we draw up our vendors from what they call a NAICS code, which is the North American Industry Classification System code. Kind of identifies what industry these businesses are in. So depending on what NAICS code is assigned to this particular solicitation or project, once we go in there and draw all the vendors out that are loaded up under that NAICS code, we send out that notifier to all those businesses to make them aware that opportunity is out there, to give them ample time to prepare and go and put a proposal together to submit and hopefully win the bid.
Okay. So now what businesses, and I know they have to register with you, so these businesses that register with you, are they all former military? Are they just civilian and military, or just anybody?
No, it's really not for military businesses. It's for just commercial industry out in North Carolina.
So anybody that has a commercial business that's registered with you,
right,
can receive notification of bid.
Yes,
request for bid.
Right.
Wow.
And as far as being registered, you need to be registered as far as to get in a contract award, to be awarded. We have a system, a government federal system called the SAM system, System for Awards Management, which is a requirement, a mandate of the federal government. If you want to do business with the federal government, you have to be registered in SAM. Unless you're a subcontractor, then your prime would have to be registered. So,
is there a book available that lists all these acronyms, all these letters of the alphabet, that tells you exactly what they mean? Because man, there's a ton of them, isn't there?
Yes, for the government, there's always acronyms and everything. And what we try to do also, in addition to going and identifying the opportunities and helping vendors, we have a lot of different training seminars, especially for new businesses coming up and have never done business with the government. So we have some seminars that we call pretty much how to do business with the federal government, kind of a contracting one-on-one course, which will help you to identify all your codes, your registrations you need, and kind of get you a little bit more familiar with these government acronyms and all. So it's usually a good seminar, and the counties that I cover are pretty much from Johnston out eastward to Halifax, Northampton. So every community college don't have a business development specialist there. Right. I cover about 12 counties. So a lot of community college there that I'm responsible for in that county, I go there to do these seminars also. Like next month I'll be going to Johnston Community College to do this seminar, and then early next year I'll be going to Wilson Community College, as well as we have one here in Wayne. But this here is a kind of educational seminar for businesses that are new, and also not new, but new to doing business with the federal government, just to kind of give them an understanding of what is expected or what they need to do in order to reach that level to compete for a contract.
So how do you find these new businesses? You advertise for them, or you say, hey, look, we're over here and we want to talk to you about working with the government?
Well, it's kind of a outreach type of business that we do. We have a lot of networking opportunities, events that we do, hoping to draw those individuals in. But one of the main things that we do is through the community college system, through their small business centers there, when they have these outreach events to publicize these seminars and things that we do. Otherwise, we won't be able to reach those businesses. And usually what it does is once we get the populace in there and they notify someone else, bring someone else along, and then it kind of spreads out.
Yeah, I was just thinking, I'm sure there are companies out there who would love to bid on jobs that are coming up from government jobs that may not even know how to go about doing it.
Right.
And here you are.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's why we exist pretty much.
Right.
We are trying to keep the business in North Carolina. North Carolina has the third largest military presence of any states, only behind California and Texas. Yet with that being said, we have the third largest military presence, but we ranked like 24th as far as return on DoD federal contracts. So,
well, now, wait a minute. We can't have that.
Exactly.
Man,
exactly.
24th, that's way down the line.
Right, so we have a lot of work to do trying to bridge that gap, and that's pretty much why we are in existence, to help businesses trying to leverage and bridge the gap to gain some of those contracts back to keep in North Carolina. So, yes.
So, okay. So, gee whiz, 24, that just blew me away right there. I'm really surprised at that because we need to be doing a lot better. A
lot better with the huge military facilities that we have, such as Fort Bragg and Camp Lejeune, large facilities. So a lot of those multi-million-dollar contracts that are being awarded is going out of state, and that's what we want to keep that money in North Carolina.
And those bases are always having something done.
Something, yes.
They're either building buildings or roadways or something.
Right.
What size companies are you looking for? Is there a minimum number of employees? Or is there a minimum number of years in business? Or how does one qualify?
Well, there's really not a qualifier. And it depends on what the project is. Like when you get to some of those large construction projects that's going, of course, a new business coming in that hasn't had previous government experience, it's going to be hard for them to compete for that. So a lot of times one of the qualifiers that they have in the solicitation there, one of the factors that they have doing evaluation to make the award is past performance. So if you're a new business and you haven't, performed on a previous government contract, it's going to be hard for you to fill that gap. Price is always one of the factors, along with sometimes technical, and it just depends. Like some of the newer, smaller companies, they may do better in the services arena or commodities. The bases and agencies, they require a lot. I mean, we've been kind of focused on the construction side, but there's all types of services that keep the bases running. Whether it's the ground maintenance crews, the custodians, IT tech there, different services that are perform there on base, just like in any other commercial place. They need that there. And they also need supplies to keep the base running, basic supplies. So when you have a supply business, depending on what it is, I mean, anything from office supplies, furniture, IT items,
paper products,
everything. Right. I mean, the base uses everything that your normal corporate organization uses.
Well, it's a small community. I mean, it's a town within itself.
Yes, it is.
And not only a business, but it's a town within itself.
It is. And that's one of the reasons for us going out and trying to do the awareness. A lot of businesses are kind of shy away from doing business with the big government.
With the government,
and they're afraid of, there's the red tape, so to speak, or whatever. I don't want to be bothered with all these registrations, go through all these hoops to get there. But I mean, in long term, it's well worth it, because once you get in there and get in line and get some past performance under your belt, and those contracting agencies, whether it's on the military installation or not, get to know who you are and your performance level, they pass it on to other federal agencies. So when they need someone to do that same type of contract, it's like, we had a guy to do this particular project and did an outstanding job. So once you're in there and establish a good rapport with the contracting personnel there, you can it can be pretty prosperous for you.
Well, you know, I wonder, and I have to ask, out of my own curiosity, is it always price? Is it always price? Or does it sometimes rely on, if you're close, maybe a little high, but your past performance has just been outstanding, we'll go with you? Does that ever happen? Or is it always price?
It's not always price.
I'm glad you said
it's
that.
not always price. A long time ago, price was the major factor, and a lot of times what happened was when people bid, they underbid a lot of times. So the quality that you got from your product or service is going to be indicative of what your price is.
Right.
So they have what they call best value now. Price is always going to be a factor, but when you take best value into consideration, that's also going to include past performance. It's going to include technical. It may include delivery time frame, because you know if a unit is getting ready to deploy or something and they need something by 1 November and another company has that same item cheaper than everyone else, but they can't deliver it till 15 November. So that's not going to do any good. So then that's when the delivery performance comes into factor. But that will be stated in the solicitation. Most of the time they will tell you how the contract is going to be awarded based on what the factors are, price, past performance, all. A lot of times price is the main factor in commodities or goods.
Right.
But when you start moving into the services and construction arena, then you're looking at past performance, you're looking at technical, because it's more than just the dollar then, because they want the best quality, and it may cost a little more, but they look at all the different factors that's involved. And also with that, you know, like I say, best value, from the best value standpoint, what they do is they usually have a point system. They assign X amount of points to each of those categories, where when you do price, they call it as lowest price technical acceptable. So when you go out for goods or whatever, I mean, most of the times a good is a good. They go out and ask for, you know, hey, we need this type of widget or whatever, and come back. Everyone is aware of it, whatever the specifications called for. So pretty much the lowest price will take that, in addition to maybe, you know, delivery time frame or something associated with, but that's the bottom dollar is pretty much the lowest price technical.
So what I'm hearing, it seems, Bryce, is that the government has become a lot more business friendly.
Yes.
It seems.
Yes.
They're actually out there offering to local businesses, to the civilian sector, the opportunity to become a part of the business.
Right.
Getting into the working with the government and making things better, and that brings money into the local community.
Right.
Brings revenue to the local, and that's always a good thing.
Oh, that's a great thing, and you know, like I said, here I'm responsible. Wayne County is one of my counties, so I love to see, you know, the Wayne County cities, Goldsboro, whatever, get awards and all. And the base contracting agency, they like to meet those businesses that are able to meet whatever their requirements are, because you know they're right here in town, so you know it's not going to be any big deal with shipping or anything else. So it's easier for them to go through with their process of awarding the contract to local businesses. Like I said, it's a lot better than, you know, trying to find somebody to ship something from out of state. But you still have to be competitive with your pricing.
Sure you do.
know, just because you're in town, you can't, you know, up the price because you're here thinking you're going to get the contract. Because when they come down to do their evaluation, the price is always going to be one of the main
bottom
factors.
line. Yeah. Well, not totally bottom line, but it's a major factor.
Major factor.
Now, you have an event we want to talk about here in just a minute, but I want to ask you first, how does someone register with your office?
We have a website. Our website is www.ncmbc.us. NCMBC as in North Carolina Military Business Center. Once you go to our website, you can go and click on, we have an area there called Match Force. It's kind of a state federal portal for contractors, which kind of connects North Carolina businesses with federal agencies, you know, their contracting offices. So what happens is there's a big federal, statewide website called Federal Business Opportunities, where anything that's expected to be $25,000 or more. It's mandatory to be posted there. So that's how a lot of times, you know, when those businesses outside of North Carolina or whatever see those opportunities here at Seymour Johnson or local agencies, they bid, you know, they can compete for it. So what it is once you're in our Match Force website and you go register there, when those opportunities come, we will send out a notifier as long as you know you're registered up under that particular NAICS code that we mentioned before. And we will send out, it's kind of a summary notification saying, you know, hey, Seymour Johnson has a paint project coming up or whatever on this deadline or whatever, you know, so businesses see it and they can put their proposal together and make the submittal.
So it's ncmbc.
.us.
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 Right.
Okay.
Or if you want to go to the Match Force itself, you can go to www.matchforce.org. And what it'll do is it'll bring up, it'll have a few icons there, one for government, one for businesses, and one for individual. So of course the businesses is going to click on the business icon to go through there to input all their information to be able to receive the notifications. You'll kind of know if you go to our main website, it has a little area there called Getting Started, letting you know what codes you need, registration. That way when you go to register, you will have all your information, like your DUNS number. You'll need your DUNS number, or already identify what your NAICS code is. DUNS number is something like a tax ID for businesses or whatever, but it's a requirement to register into that SAMS registration that I was speaking of earlier. But if not, you know, always feel free to contact my office and I can get you in the right direction. I'll show you where you need to go.
And I got your phone number right here, man.
Yes, sir.
Let's see now. Let me put that on the screen there. It's 739-6943.
Yes, sir.
919-739-6943. Now, you've got an event coming up here pretty soon in the Wilmington area?
In Wilmington.
Okay, now who would be invited to this?
This here is kind of construction focused there, so it's kind of focused for the construction arena there. This is probably our largest event of the year. We do several events throughout the year. This here is probably our largest. We usually have about 600 to 800 attendees there.
Wow.
And like I said, it's focused around the construction industry. It's called FedCon, which is Federal Contractors, Infrastructure, and Environmental Summit.
Okay.
So everyone that's in the construction industry or interested in doing business with the government, this is the event that you need to go to.
This is it.
This is it. It's a 2-day event on October 28th and 29th. The 28th is kind of a pre-registration. You go, a lot of the exhibitors that's going to be there, they go and set up their tables during the 28th day. We have a golf tournament that afternoon and all. And it's just a way, you know, we go and get everything set up for the vendors. So when the 29th, that Thursday come, businesses come in, especially exhibitors, they already have all their packages and the name tags on their tables and be ready to go. So it's a full agenda for the 29th. We'll kick it off with you know, light breakfast and then opening remarks. Usually the senators are there. They are very much backing these programs that we have here because, you know, these contract awards for local North Carolina businesses mean jobs, create jobs, and of course that helps the economy. So usually they'll get up, make opening remarks and all, and it kind of takes off from there. You know, different sessions throughout the day, lots of meet and greets where it gives businesses one-on-one opportunities to talk with those contracting officials at, be it Seymour Johnson, Fort Bragg, Camp Lejeune, or whatever. A lot of times it's not easy getting a hold of those individuals, but this is an opportunity to give you one-on-one networking. And like I say, a whole array of construction information there. Have a lot of dialogue sessions there from the contracting representatives, small business representatives from all those installations. They'll let you know what current opportunities they have, what future opportunities are on the uprise there. So it's well worthwhile.
So this is primarily construction.
Yes, sir.
Primarily construction, and it's October 28th and 29th.
28th and 29th.
And it's in Wilmington.
In Wilmington.
And is there a fee to go to this? What would be the cost to go to this?
The fee, there was a cutoff for early registration on 30 September, so if you didn't meet that deadline, it was $125 at that time. Okay. And now it's $150 through the end of registration, which will be the day of the event.
And all right, through registration. And they can contact your office for more information about this.
Right, they can contact me or go to the website
Go to
and
the
have
website.
all the information there.
And that website again, one more time.
www.ncmbc.us.
.us.
.us. And you
.us.
can go there, and right there on our homepage it'll say Federal Construction Infrastructure Environmental Summit. You can click on that. It'll give you the agenda for the day. It'll give you a breakdown of everything that's happening for that event.
And I'll tell you, $150 for this kind of environment, this exposure, this information, that is pretty good. That's a great price.
It's great. It really is. A lot of the programs that we have, events that we have are free because we're a state entity. But some of the large events like this, where we have a lot of outside expertise, professionals coming or whatever, as far as guest speakers and everything, it's usually a cost associated with it. But a lot of our events, our seminars, training seminars, and things of that nature are free.
Okay, Bryce Haywood is the coordinator of the Military Business Center at Wayne Community College. Now, are you an employee of the college? Are you employed by the state? Are you a federal employee?
Employee at Wayne Community College.
Wayne Community College, all right. But you're a retired military yourself, are you?
Yes, sir, I am.
Okay, what branch?
Air Force.
Air Force.
Air Force.
All right, but your dad was a Navy man.
Yes, he was.
Would you two ever get in conversations about which is the better branch?
Yes.
Do you really?
And he's in full agreement that the Air Force is the better branch of service.
Is he? But now you told me he's retired. He's in the Chesapeake area.
Yes, he's there in Norfolk, Virginia. Yes.
My friend from Cowpen, South Carolina, Bryce Haywood. Bryce, always good to see you. And you're going to have to come back and we're going to talk some more, okay?
We will definitely do that. Thanks for having me.
I appreciate that so much.
All right, thank you.
There you go. That was good, man. That's some good information. What do you think?
I just hope someone gets it.
Oh, gosh, are you kidding?
I love it when I hear people like, yeah, I heard this.
We're back on Wayne Goldsboro Television. Wow. That's a lot of information there.
That is great information.
Speaking of information, today is Dictionary Day.
Ah,
And if your name is either Mr. Merriam or Mr. Webster, congratulations.
yeah, well played.
Yeah,
Good job.
Thank you.
Good job.
Yeah. Because a lot of people think that it's Merriam-Webster,
Right.
which is a lady, who wrote a dictionary. I started to read the dictionary once, but I stopped halfway in the middle. I decided to wait for the movie, Yeah. Anyway, Dictionary Day. Don't ask me how to spell it. It's also Boss's Day.
Oh.
So if you forgot that, wake up. It's Boss's Day.
There's still time.
Stop by a store somewhere on the way in and do something. Okay? What?
And you don't even have to give your boss anything. Just acknowledge it.
Yeah, just say Happy Boss's Day.
Happy Boss's Day.
Yeah. Anyway, today is Boss's Day. It's Dictionary Day. And look up bosses in the dictionary, and you cover both of them. See? Today is also Farmer's Day, F-A-R-M-E-R-S, in the dictionary.
Just throwing papers.
That's right. Today is a blood drive at Mays Chapel Church. Tomorrow's the blood drive at Mays Chapel Church in Dudley. All right, what do we want to talk about there?
Well, we've got Dancing Stars is tonight.
Yes.
I am so excited. So we can't wait to share who wins and some of the exciting moments. Why hasn't this guy done it yet? We have to talk later.
Oh, he's not in town.
But on the heels of that,
he's in the lockup. He's no speaking to English.
Yeah, well, you don't have to talk. You just have to dance and entertain. We'll get him. On the heels of that, no pun intended, on Thursday, October 22nd, on Thursday, October 22nd, we are going to be at Lane Tree for the 6th annual Leadership Wayne, Leading Wayne Leadership Luncheon. For the past 5 years, this has been one of the most favorite events that I think the Chamber does. We had 168 in attendance last year. We've got a great panelist lined up this year. if I may.
Yes, of course.
We have Miss Shelby Benton of, she is with Benton Law Family, but she is also the North Carolina Bar Association president. So she is the current Bar Association president and of course has her practice here in Wayne County. Dr. Michael Dunsmore, who is the Wayne County Public School Superintendent. He has been in Wayne County for a couple of months and he is certainly doing a lot of great things for our schools. Colonel Joseph Slavic with Seymour Johnson Air Force Base. He is the 4th Mission Support Group Commander, and he is a great man. He is a great man.
Yes.
And Mr. Scott Stevens, who is the city manager for the city of Goldsboro. So every year we have 4 panelists, and every year we have a fantastic lineup, and this year is no different. I'm so excited. It's called Lessons Learned in Leadership, and the panel discussion, it's amazing to me how these leaders in our community, who are oftentimes the face of community, face of tough decisions, you know, definitely out in the public, how candid they are in this luncheon.
Yeah.
You know, about like the hardest thing they've had to deal with, how you manage, all these things. It's great for leadership development. It's great for workforce development. So it is going to be Thursday, October 22nd, and we want to see you there. So join us for the luncheon. It's going to be at Lane Tree, and you can call the chamber for more information.
What time of the day is that?
It is at 12 o'clock. We're going to keep you from 12 o'clock to 1:30, so enough time for a great program and to eat a good lunch.
That is next Thursday.
Yes.
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 That's
So
a
we're
great-
excited.
that's
We're
great. I'm
very
sure.
excited.
That's a great
And I know, I'm not sure who of those have been on the show, but obviously Scott Stevens does his wrap-up updates, and they are always so good. That man is so smart, and just he can deliver a message very succinctly. Is that a fair statement?
I think that's a more
Yeah,
than fair
very
statement.
fair
Yes,
statement.
he can. Yes, he
So
can.
very excited.
Yeah, Scott's really sharp.
He
He's a
is.
sharp guy.
We're very fortunate for our leadership in the city
are.
and county.
We are.
Very fortunate.
Yes, we are. Well, we're ready for the weekend. How about you?
Yes.
Yes. So we're going to do this again Monday morning. In the meantime, please have a profitable weekend. And a busy one, too.
Yeah.
You got to get up, get out, get moving, get about. There you go. We need to write that one down. That was pretty
good.
Thank you very much. Anyway, we'll be back Monday morning. Until then, I'm Wayne Alley.
And I'm Kate Daniels.
And this is Wayne Goldsboro Television.